By following this path, he may not only become the Vikings quarterback of the future, but also lead the team to new heights. The big challenge will be for McCarthy to prove he can stay healthy, evolve, and handle the pressure of a high-profile position. If he maintains the same commitment and positive mindset, the 2025 season could be a landmark for his career and for the Vikings. All eyes will be on McCarthy to see if he can finally establish himself as Minnesota's starting QB. On a team with high expectations, McCarthy's success could be the key to achieving glory. Next season will be an opportunity for him to prove himself not only as a player but also as a leader. Following McCarthy's development will be exciting, and his NFL journey will surely be full of twists and turns. The Vikings will be hoping McCarthy takes advantage of his chance and becomes one of the team's cornerstones in the coming seasons. J.J. McCarthy's debut season was interrupted before it even began. The Vikings quarterback now faces a second season full of uncertainty. The main concern revolves around the roster and medical issues. McCarthy, however, only asks for a fair chance to prove his worth. In an interview with The Rich Eisen Show, he emphasized his desire for equality in the competition. "I just want a fair opportunity," McCarthy said, highlighting the NFL's internal politics. He acknowledges that money and negotiations can complicate decision-making. However, McCarthy insists on focusing on what he can control. "My emotions don't matter," he stated, showing maturity. Despite being the 10th overall pick in the 2024 draft, he doesn't expect privileges. "There's no empathy here. This is the elite," he declared about the league's competitiveness. His only NFL experience was a promising preseason game. He threw 2 touchdowns in the Vikings' victory over the Raiders. Days later, a knee injury interrupted his plans. Initially, it was thought to be just a nuisance. However, tests revealed a meniscus tear. As a result, McCarthy missed the entire 2024 season. Meanwhile, the Vikings surprised with a 14-3 campaign. Sam Darnold was key to this unexpected performance. However, his performance dropped in crucial moments. Darnold played poorly in the Week 18 loss to the Lions. He then had another subpar showing in the playoffs against the Rams. Now, his free agency leaves the position's future open. The Vikings must decide whether to invest in Darnold or trust McCarthy. McCarthy, for his part, remains optimistic about his future. He used the rehabilitation year to learn from Kevin O'Connell. "Our conversations always focus on what's best for the Vikings," he revealed. He admits that some decisions are beyond his control. "O'Connell has the final say on the field," the young QB acknowledged. Instead of worrying about the future, McCarthy focuses on the present. He seeks to absorb as much knowledge as possible from his coach. "Every moment with him is a chance to learn," he said. This growth could be crucial for his evolution in the NFL. In addition to O'Connell, McCarthy carries the influence of Jim Harbaugh. His time at Michigan shaped his winning mindset. Even after missing the season, he remains optimistic. He views 2025 as a new opportunity to showcase his talent. "I can only control what's within my reach," he repeated. McCarthy is determined to earn his spot with the Vikings. Next season promises to be pivotal for his future in the NFL. The uncertainty surrounding the quarterback position in Minnesota makes the offseason crucial. The Vikings need to decide whether to re-sign Sam Darnold or hand the reins to McCarthy. Darnold had a productive year, but his playoff performances raised doubts. On the other hand, McCarthy is an unknown, as he hasn't officially played in the NFL yet. The franchise could also explore free agency or the trade market. Kirk Cousins, the former Viking, will be one of the top names available. Another option would be to find an experienced veteran to compete with McCarthy. Regardless of the decision, the team needs stability at the position. Minnesota's roster has enough talent to stay competitive. Justin Jefferson continues to be one of the NFL's biggest defensive weapons. Running back Ty Chandler showed improvement in the final stretch of last season. The receiving core, including Jordan Addison, promises to remain strong. The offensive line had its ups and downs but showed signs of improvement. The Vikings' defense was also a decisive factor in the 14-3 campaign. Brian Flores managed to turn the unit into one of the league's most aggressive. Maintaining this level of defensive performance will be essential for 2025. Next season's schedule will bring even bigger challenges. With a competitive roster, the Vikings can't afford to regress. For McCarthy, this is the chance to prove he can be the franchise's future. His work ethic and positive mindset are important differentiators. He showed maturity in handling the frustration of the injury in his first year. Now, he needs to translate that learning into on-field performance. The Vikings, for their part, must ensure he gets a fair opportunity. Even if they start the season with Darnold or another veteran, McCarthy could get chances. Injuries, inconsistent performances, or changes in the team could open doors. Many young quarterbacks had to wait before taking over as starters. Patrick Mahomes, for example, spent a year on the bench before exploding in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers also had to wait for his chance behind Brett Favre. The important thing is that McCarthy is ready when his moment comes. His connection with Kevin O'Connell could be a key factor for the future. The Vikings coach is a former quarterback and knows how to develop talent at the position. His offensive scheme favors smart and disciplined players. If McCarthy can absorb the system and evolve mentally, he will succeed. He has already shown that he has the commitment necessary to grow in the NFL. His track record at Michigan proves he can lead a team at a high level. Now, he needs to translate that mindset to the professional level. Vikings fans are eager to see if he can be the next great QB for the franchise. The search for a long-term successor for Cousins is still ongoing. McCarthy will have the chance to prove he is the answer to that question. The 2025 season could be a turning point for both him and the Vikings. The fact that McCarthy doesn't let adversity get to him and focuses on what he can control is a valuable quality. He has shown, from the start, a resilient mindset essential for a quarterback in the NFL. This is something the Vikings certainly need, considering the constant pressure to improve. The decision about the future of the quarterback position will directly affect the team's direction. McCarthy has all the tools to succeed, from mindset to natural talent. His ability to learn and adapt to O'Connell's system will be crucial. The chemistry with the coach will be key to accelerated development. The leadership role, something he already played at Michigan, will also be important in Minnesota. Although McCarthy has shown maturity, he is still a young and inexperienced player in the NFL. The support of his teammates and coaching staff will be essential to help him grow. The pressure to replace a veteran like Cousins can be immense, but McCarthy seems ready for the challenge. The key to success will be finding a balance between his expectations and the team's reality. The team needs to be patient but also urgent in staying competitive. McCarthy needs to be ready to take over as the starter, whether soon or after more development. The chemistry with his receivers will also be crucial for offensive success. The connection with Justin Jefferson, Minnesota's top target, could be a turning point. The Vikings have one of the league's best weapons in Jefferson, and McCarthy could benefit from it. Minnesota's solid defense will also give the offense the opportunity to grow without as much pressure. If McCarthy can establish good chemistry with the offensive line, it could help ease the game. McCarthy's future with the Vikings will depend on his ability to seize these opportunities. His determination and focus on what he can control suggest that he has what it takes to succeed. McCarthy's focus on optimizing every moment and learning as much as possible is the path to becoming an elite QB.